Oh.
I just came here for the mushrooms. So we finally made it to the cave.
We are at the right
5
place.
episodes
Awesome.
later.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes, we're finally at the cave. Welcome back. It's Dustin, Russ. Very excited that you're with us still doing the Rim of Skies. We are now journeying in a cave, which we had spent several episodes trying to get to. Is that it?
No.
That went so far off base. I don't know what to say. Oh,
he
Phil
scared me.
the crap out of me.
I was like, what is that?
Oh.
All right, what should we leave on the altar?
A demon of Satan appeared. I don't like it. Oh.
Oh, these guys are terrifying.
Satan.
They're really hard to fight.
Oh, good job, Fandel. Good job, Phil. Oh, cute little Fulma.
Oh, he just backhanded him.
Oh, Fandel's trying. Oh, he's frozen. Okay, well, that's embarrassing.
I shall deal with this myself.
Fandel. Oh, yeah, come on.
Oh, that's
Yes.
how it's done, sir.
Fandel should die. Is it bad that I want him to die? Gosh. Oh man, were you ever into like anime?
You, because I used to watch them with
Your buds.
the band guys.
That's right. Dustin was in a band, guys. I don't know if you guys knew that, but he actually toured.
We went to Illinois once, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. You went to Illinois once. That was awesome, man. I can't believe you guys.
That was nuts. I'm surprised we didn't die.
Well, do you have any good stories from that trip to Illinois?
Oh, God, do I have...
What was the craziest story that you got from Illinois?
Okay, so the craziest story is we had this friend named Billy, and
You're not even joking. Right. Yes. Okay, gotcha. I know.
you remember Billy,
I
right?
remember Billy. Yep, you
Yeah.
remember.
So he was this
Awesome.
he was this awesome dude, you know, wife and kids, used to be in a band himself, loved our music. Whoa.
Oh, freaking!
And he used to be in a band, and so it was almost like he wanted to like live his dream on through us.
Vicariously.
Yeah, and so he was like so willing to help us at any turn. He came to all our shows. He was always in the pit because we used to play like hardcore music, so he'd go into the
Yes. Oh, and the guy's huge. Like Billy's like 6'4", 260. Like he's
Yeah,
no one's pushing him around.
he would like we'd play at like youth events, and then he would like throw the youth in into the pit, and like they'd get hurt and stuff. He told us after a show one time, he was like, man, I was like throwing kids in and stuff.
And like knowing Billy, all he meant was for people to have fun, and yet he probably hurt people inevitably.
Yeah.
Inevitably, for sure.
So anyways, we were able to go, like, we didn't have a lot of money, right? So we're like, okay, well, to rent a trailer and all that stuff, that's not going to be...
Frick, man, you're gonna die.
I know, these guys are so powerful. So Billy was all about, like, all right, so let's build these guys a trailer so that they don't have to buy one.
Oh my gosh, he built you guys a trailer.
So he was already he built a trailer for his family.
Right.
Because they were going on a camping trip. And so he's like, when we get back, I'll just modify it so you guys can put all your gear in it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was like, you guys can use my trailer after. And so what he did is it was this little like trailer bed, like a flatbed trailer.
Right.
And he built, how big were the walls on it? They were 4 feet tall. Originally
Nice.
they were 2 feet, and then he built them up another 4 feet.
Frick.
And
There's
so
the
we
book.
could make sure we got all the stuff in. And
You can't die, Dust.
I love it. Yeah, so he hooks this whole thing up for us, and the problem is the wheels. I'll just level up so that heals me. The wheels on the vehicle are like they're 10-inch wheels, and it's carrying all of our gear, and we had a lot of really heavy gear.
Frick.
I don't know how much was in that thing.
Frick.
But it was heavy, and so we couldn't go faster than 100 kilometers an hour, which is, I don't know what that is in miles, but we couldn't
Maybe
go fast.
80 miles. Maybe 80. No, maybe 70.
Yeah, something like that.
70.
The
70 miles.
That's what we came here for.
Crazy.
And we also were driving on a 1-lane highway.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so, and like, I could not see. I was the first one to drive. It was so windy. 1-lane highway. Our mirrors were not wide enough for us to see behind us.
Oh,
so if I wanted to change
God.
lanes, I had to like turn a little bit so I could see behind me. Anyways, we drove. We were going all the way down to Illinois, and so we got to like cross the border and stuff. And like the border guards should have stopped us, but instead they just made fun of us.
Oh my gosh.
And activate handle.
Yeah, do it, man. Do it. Just don't die.
Oh, that opens up. Okay. Yeah, and so they just like made fun of us. We get just across the border, somewhere in Montana, I think, is where we ended up staying the first night, or maybe it was later on.
Well, how
Maybe it was,
far
like,
away
the
is it
second
to
night.
Illinois?
It's like 40 hours.
Holy
or something like that.
fart.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so we were like our first night we stayed in McDonald's. No, not a McDonald's parking lot, a Walmart parking lot.
And
we
where'd you
just,
guys sleep?
In the van. So
No.
Ryland slept. He was the shortest. So
He's
he
the
slept-
drummer. He's the
he's
drummer.
So Ryland, our shortest, was the drummer. Slept in the back seat, and then Chelsea came with us. Jason, our guitar player's wife, and so now we got to head all the way back. We could just fast travel. Should we fast travel? We got to go all the way back into
Fast travel for sure.
So then Jason and Chelsea, the only way they could sleep was by spooning on, because we took out the middle seat of the van. That was the only way they could sleep, is by spooning on the floor in the van. But we had a sick setup. Like, it was ridiculous. we had, so we're like, well, we're going to be on the road for like ever. So let's bring a PlayStation and like, you know, I can't remember what else we had. But we had like a little TV set up in the van, and the TV was set up to the car battery. And Billy hooked it all up for us. He's like, oh yeah, I'll like drill a hole through here and like, you know, hook up this whatever over here. And like,
Of course he was loving it.
here's
Looks
the book
like
you're
you're
looking
still
for.
in
Yeah,
one
he was
piece.
pumped.
More
And,
importantly, so is the book.
I'll get
Thank
to
you.
this. Okay, sweet. I completed the.
36 gold added.
Are there any special books you're looking
As a matter of
No.
mentally
Another
power,
one.
He holed himself up.
This is a useless quest. We need to do Meridia now.
Okay, let's do Meridian.
We can do that next episode, but Meridia is definitely the one we're doing.
And the thing is, though, we could only play video games or watch movies or whatever as long as the car was running.
Of course.
So, I'll just go back a little bit. We ended up pulling into a little place that we could to stay for one night. It was like a motel or something like that. Oh,
Yeah.
man, all the way back. Okay, we're fast traveling. So, and just as we pulled in, all of a sudden the trailer starts wobbling like crazy, and we're like, wow, this is a bumpy road. And then everybody's like looking at us as we pull into the motel. And then we like get out and realize that the tire is like flat, 100% flat.
No.
And it's like wrapped around the thing. And so like, we're like, frick, what do we do? Yeah. And then just like this city worker happens to come around the corner, and he's like, oh, I can help you guys out. So he like helps like at least get the tire off.
Right.
Or whatever. And then we're like, okay, well, no, yeah, he ended up, oh, gross. Desecrated corpse. So he ended up, let me just take your money.
40 gold. That's right. Oh, sick. Yeah, as long as you're dead. Gross. Don't. Oh, Frick Vandal scared me. Frick Vandal.
Boo!
We
We ended up getting like a spare tire on it, but then at that point, Ryland, who was our drummer, who's like the smart kid in the group, like the practical dude, right? He was like, we can't. He ended up taking a look in the trailer, and like on top of the wheel cracking, or what am I saying? On top of the wheel
falling off.
popping.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Get out of my way. You
Frick Vandal, get a job.
On top of that, there was like the frame of the trailer was cracking.
Oh my
because of all the
gosh.
weight.
Of course.
And so
it
we're
was.
like, you know, we fixed the tire, but this isn't going all the way to Illinois. And so we're like, so we called up Billy, and we're like, we need a place to. So I ended up calling a place that we could buy a trailer from or rent a trailer from.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is probably the puzzle that I need to do.
Yep.
So we rented a trailer, and then we're like, man, we need a place to store our other trailers. So we like call Billy, and he like hooks us up with a friend who everybody's dead here. Hooks us up with a friend who and that's where we store the trailer. But then we get lost on the way, and we spend like an hour and a half on the road and leave Chelsea back at the motel. But we forgot to give her a room key, and she's starving, and so she can't leave the room because she'll get locked out, and she's like super hungry. I can't remember the exact order of events, but we had to wait before we could actually take the trailer to the guy.
No way.
We had to move everything over to the new trailer. We picked up the new trailer, moved everything over, and then we're like, okay, tomorrow we'll take the other trailer back to to store the old trailer, and then we'll come pick it up on our way back. And it rained that night. And
oh no.
And we had tried to make sure that we had like tarps and stuff like that over the trailer, and so we went out there and we opened the trailer door, and the tarps kept everything the tarps kept everything safe, but there was like so much water like in the tarp. It was like drooping down. And so we had to like pour out all of the water. Anyways, yeah, it was a nuts trip.
Crazy trip, man.
We made it there and back alive. No problems. But one of the things we realized later is that like you should not hook up a game thing to the battery while you're driving, because apparently the car can blow up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that didn't happen the whole trip, so that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure the story would have taken a turn if you'd blown up, my man. That's crazy.
And then also, one night I remember we're like, oh, it was Canada Day, and we're like in the States, right? So nobody's really celebrating Canada Day, but we wanted to. But yeah, on Canada Day, we were like, we want to play video games, but we need the car running, right? And it's like the middle of the night. It's the middle of the night, and so we had to turn on the car, but then the lights come on, and you like can't turn them off. And so we're like, and it's just a campground, right? Like we.
Oh no.
So we had to put a tarp over the front of the car, so that it wouldn't like keep people awake, because our lights were like shining right on something.
Why were you keeping the car on again?
So that we could play video games, because they were hooked up to the car battery.
Oh, you guys, terrible.
So I probably could have told that story better if I wasn't focused on playing.
No, I know. That's okay. That's all right. Everyone's patient. We're all good. We're all good here. Where are we?
Yeah, so this is a...
all right, we're still doing the Meridia Temple. We're guiding the light of Meridia through the temple.
One of the funniest parts of the trip, actually, was Ryan, our vocalist. He was just like, we always like bug each other, like we have like a rivalry, so anytime we ended up in the pit together, we'd always like take shots at each other, just like joking around. And anytime I asked a question on the trip, he was like, Dustin, stop asking dumb questions. And it just like became a running joke where he would like not leave me alone. And and then I just like had enough one day, and so it was so petty. He was like trying to get out of the van, right? And he's sitting in the back seat, and I was standing at the door. All I had to do was put my hand on his chest, and he couldn't stand up. He was stuck in the van, and so I just stood there. And anytime he tried to stand up, I put my hand on his chest. And he was like, this is stupid. I have no power over you. I can't do anything. You thinking of calling it for the night, maybe?
I'm calling it. I'm gonna call it. Yep.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for hanging out amongst us.
Yes, and we made progress. There were several things that we did, including that stupid frickin', book that was several episodes ago, and now we're on to Meridia, and like I know that obviously you guys have endured and oh!
Duh! Activate the friggin'. Okay. Well, until next time.
Have fun. Oh, frick, Phil. See you guys. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Everybody.
Bye. Phil, that was awesome.